Hey folks, Will here again with Happily Ever Outdoors. So in this quick tips video, we're going to talk about Vaseline cotton balls. So keep watching. Alright guys, so if you're just getting started into like survival, bushcraft, camping, hiking, whatever, you might have heard people talking about Vaseline cotton balls. Now, the first time I remember somebody talking about how much they loved Vaseline cotton balls as a fire starter, I kind of chuckled like, yeah, oh yeah, Vaseline cotton balls, yeah, those are great. What are they talking about? Had to whip out my phone real quick and Google it. But this is definitely kind of an old school trick. It's been around for a long time, and it's basically like a really cheap, easy fire starter that you can make at the house. So what are Vaseline cotton balls? Well, they're cotton balls covered in Vaseline. Actually, it doesn't have to be Vaseline. Honestly, it's any kind of petroleum jelly. So you could definitely use a cotton ball to start a fire, right? They're really packable, they're light, they're dry, they ignite super easy, and they definitely burn, but they burn really fast. What soaking these in petroleum jelly does, which is also flammable, is extend that burn. So you get a much longer burn, a much hotter burn, making it a lot more effective as a fire starter. One other thing that's good about that is that you get a certain level of waterproofness as well. If you've ever rubbed Vaseline on your hands, right, and you know how hard it is to get it off, it's very, very resistant to water. So if you're trying to use this to start a fire using damp wood, or even in, the rain, really moist, wet, nasty conditions, it's going to make it a whole lot easier to get that fire going and to keep it going. Vaseline cotton balls are also really cheap and easy to make at the house. You only need two things: a bag of cotton balls like you'd get from your pharmacy or department store, and a canister of Vaseline or some other brand of petroleum jelly. Basically, the way I do it, you just take a glob of petroleum jelly, you get that rubbed on the outside of the cotton ball, and you kind of keep rubbing it around until you get a nice, good, even coating to where basically the entire outside is saturated. As you can imagine, these are kind of sticky and messy and grody, so you're going to want to have some kind of container ready to put them in. Some people use like a Ziploc bag. I prefer to use a hard-sided container, like a small Tupperware type container, just because it's a little easier to deal with the mess down the road. You don't have it all kind of globbed up around the inside of the bag, and you're digging your hand around inside there. Now, when you actually get ready to use your Vaseline cotton balls to start a fire, I find it's real helpful if you go ahead and kind of open them up a little bit. And this is where it gets a little bit messy. What you'll want to do is kind of scratch at them a little bit. You can do this with your knife or with a stick. And that's just to kind of expose some of the raw cotton fibers that are inside there, because that's going to take a spark much easier. Now, once that's done, it should be really easy for you to get these things to light, whether you're using a match, a lighter, or even a ferro rod. Now, if you've ever tried burning a cotton ball just by itself, you can see there's a huge difference here. And rather than getting basically a 1-second burn, we've got a very long, very extended burn. Now you can see this is putting out some black smoke, so you're not going to want to really breathe this too much because that's petroleum-based products you're using. But you can see, again, we've got a very large flame here. We've got a lot of heat coming off of here, and it's got a very long extended burn. Now, Vaseline cotton balls certainly aren't the end-all, be-all fire starting solution because, again, they are a little bit messy, so that makes them a little tough and a little annoying for some people to transport and to handle. But if you're looking for an easy fire starter that's inexpensive, that you can make for yourself at the house, I definitely encourage you to try it out. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop those below. And until next time, stay happy, stay outdoors.